Hello, everyone. Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Here again with another dog attack alerts to see what has been going on in the world um, with these dogs and these deranged dog nut owners. Um, I know I've always said, well, first off, dog owners are psychotic. Dog lovers, they are psychotic. They're sick. They're not even crazy, because crazy is like it's almost a compliment. But they are, these dog nuts are sick. And I know I've always said that, and others have said as well, is that all you have to do is feed a dog, and that's gonna make a dog listen to you. Which is true and not true. In some cases, it may vary. But the truth is, with these dog nuts, they have to be physical with these dogs. They have to be physical. They have to talk in a nasty voice. They have to hit their dog. They have to use some type of physical force with their dogs to make their dogs listen to them and obey them. Maybe not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, that's how it goes. And when they can, use physical force to make the dog be under their control, then they're going to turn around and call it love. Call this dog's or man's best friend. Call this loyalty. This is how deranged, how psychotic these dog nuts are. To abuse a worthless mutt, to condition it by using physical force, hitting it, slapping it, and then once it starts obeying your commands, you're going to turn around and tell the world that this is my best friend. The dog loves me. This is how you do it. And be all prideful. This dog culture is sick. And another thing, one thing I always hate, I hate how they always say people abuse dogs. But the fact remains, it is dog lovers, dog owners that are abusing dogs. It is not dog haters. It is not people who are scared of dogs that are abusing dogs. It is those that own dogs, those that love dogs, dog trainers, dog experts, these dog vets. They are the ones abusing and hitting dogs. So I don't like how they want to entwine me or anyone else that hates dogs into this dog abuse that goes on, when in fact it is only, I don't know, maybe not only, maybe there's a percentage of dog haters that do it, but it is roughly always anytime you hear about a dog being abused, it is always a dog lover, a dog owner, a dog trainer, a dog expert, a dog vet that are abusing these dogs. And these same dog owners that are watching a dog owner abuse a worthless mutt, and they're gonna go around and include me, include everyone else into their rhetoric. It is just so annoying. It is just so frustrating, so tedious. How this dog culture operates. Yeah. Anyways, just a little a little bit of an intro. So let's get into it, of the dog attacks that have happened recently. First off, we're in Goa. That's in India. They say dog attacks rising. The government has said current owners and the banned breeds must register their, again, pets. And talking about these dog lovers, including everyone into their dog abuse stuff. Anytime dogs are a problem, when it's only the dog that's being a problem, when the topic is about dogs, they want to group in every other pet. They want to group in every other animal into it, just to make dogs not seem as bad. But when these dogs are getting praised or whatnot or doing nothing, they're just gonna praise the dog. They're not gonna praise, hey, they're not gonna say the animals. They're not gonna say pets. They're not gonna say, hey, great job for all the pets, because this dog is doing something that's not killing someone. No, they praise the dog. They uplift the dog. And whenever it's something bad, they include other pets, they include other natural animals, and so forth. But anyways, Goa bans 12 aggressive dog breeds, including pit bull, Rottweiler. Past attacks by these breeds prompted the government's decision. Union government had earlier banned 23 breeds, squashed by courts. Imagine that, man's best friend, and we have I think it's I don't know, I'm not sure if it's a city per se, but it's probably like a region, but nevertheless, banning dogs, and they use the word ferocious dog breeds, and it's because these dogs are hurting people. They're making people live in dangerous conditions, in traumatic conditions. They're being terrorized. These man's best friend, where people want to worship these dogs, are banned in Goa. And I'm not going to name them all, but here are all the worthless mutts that are apparently banned in Goa. However, the ban was squashed by the Karnataka and Delhi High Court. So apparently, I guess they want to allow these, worthless mutts to remain in the public. And the reason why they're banned is because they're hurting people. How about this? Dead dog dumped in East Kilbride, Lay Bay, as SSPCA launch appeal. So a worthless mutt is found dead, and everyone now is so sad. The worthless mutt was found dead, being dumped in a lay bay in East Kilbride. A horrified member of the public called the charity's animal helpline after finding the dog deceased on Sunday. Who cares? Animals die all the time. They see probably dead birds, dead, lions, etc. They die all the time. Do you think they're rushing to any of these organizations to say, hey, I found a dead bird? But when it's dog, it's like, it's a totally different game. If it's a cat, they probably just leave it and let it go. But if it's a dog, man, they're gonna call the government. They're gonna call the United Nations about a dead dog. Finding a worthless mutt, man. A worthless mutt. Report of a dead dog who looked like it had potentially been dumped. So what? Maybe the thing died on its own and they didn't want to bury it, so they dumped it. Who cares? Who cares about that? The dog was microchipped but no longer belonged to the registered owner. It was not wearing a collar. It is unknown what has happened. So we are asking if anyone has any information surrounding the circumstances of this dog to call our confidential animal helpline. Do they have this for any other animal though? Look, and I think this is India as well. This is the UK. But nevertheless, speaking of like India though, some of these pictures you see where these cows, the conditions of these cows, the conditions of where these cows are living. Do you think anyone bats an eye? Do you think PETA bats an eye? Do you think any of these dog lovers bat an eye? Do they think they care? No. They don't do that for these cows, but as soon as they see a dog eating trash, they're going to be all crying and want to go and rescue them. What about rescuing all these cows that are just, tied up in alleyways with trash? Like, I hope you can see this. These are the conditions these cows live in. Some are just tied up in little alleyways, little narrow roads, with trash, concrete. And these people, I'm not saying these people, but some Hindus, they worship these cows, but some of them are living in some of the worst conditions. Meanwhile, these worthless mutts that are attacking their children, attacking people every day, are probably get more privileges. They get more shelter, more food than these cows that they worship, which they would call, I don't know, I guess they call them their god. Look at the conditions that these cows live in. Do you think any of these dog lovers care? Do you think any of these dog lovers are calling this SPC whatever nonsense about hey, there's cows eating trash? Look at this. This is the conditions that they live in. But once it's you take these cows off and you put dogs here, it's everyone's worried now. Everyone wants to make a difference to save the dogs, but ain't no one calling to save these cows. Ain't no one calling to bring these cows into Canada, to bring these cows into America. No, they want to bring in dogs. They want to bring in dogs from India to the West. When they have so much worthless mutts in these shelters already, just this taking up space. Anyways, how about this story? Man is fighting for life after friends XL bully attacked him as he fed it in garden. And they actually use the word it, because I always call these worthless mutts it. I think they're learning from me, maybe. And he's at his friend's house. So he's at his friend's house. So a friend is someone you trust or you like or you have rapport with. And he's feeding this dog. So you're at a place of someone you trust, someone that trusts you to be in their home, and you're feeding this dog, and in the end, you end up fighting for your life after this dog attacked him. Or attack all three of them, apparently. And with that, they needed armed police. They need armed police to stop this attack. So what's the point of having these owners? What's the point of these owners? What's the point of having them? And we see how useless they are. These owners are as worthless as dogs. So we have 3 dogs attacking this guy, and the friend cannot do anything. So they have to call someone else to stop the attack. The friend can't stop the attack. The dogs are not stopping. So they got to call someone else that doesn't live in the house, that doesn't know these dogs, to stop the attack. Not the first time this has happened. And it probably won't be the last as long as these dogs continue to live in our society. He was taken to the hospital. The dog, I'm not sure if it's all 3 of them, they died at the scene. The victim's best friend and neighbor, who did not wish to be named. My partner spoke to the victim 5 to 10 minutes before the attack on phone call as we arranged to pick him up, and he told us to give him 10 minutes because he had to feed the dogs. Based on this, I believe he was feeding the worthless mutts that attacked him as it happened. So this guy is giving them food and he is getting attacked. Does that make any sense? Imagine, you're homeless. I don't really believe in God per se, but I do, but I don't. But it's complicated. But let's say you're homeless and someone is giving you money or food, and you end up attacking him. Does that make sense? And immediately you put a bad rep on homeless people. People will automatically think, hey, giving or talking or interacting with homeless people can be dangerous. So they're gonna think, hey, I'm gonna stop doing that. But when it comes to dogs, though, it's like that. It's that quote. My favorite quote: insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, and that's what they're doing. Dogs were not owned by the victim. He had agreed to initially take. So I guess the owner wasn't there, but nevertheless, one from a take care of one dog from a worthless puppy. I lost where I was, but now grown before the ban had came into place for the breed due to the owner's busy work life. He was then manipulated into taking two more dogs into his care at his. These are the words that I use against these pit nutters and dog tards. This dog culture is all about manipulating these dog owners, lying, saying things are not true, acting as if things are there when it's not. These are the type of words that I use. And again, they used it to describe these dogs. That's something that I use. So maybe they're watching me. I don't know. But so sad. I mean, I you can't, it's like that same quote, you can't fix stupid here. Can't fix stupid. You're going to volunteer to feed ferocious. Did they use a ferocious? Well, the other one. Ferocious mutants. You think you're just going to walk in there, feed them, and leave? You end up getting attacked, almost dying. So I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for these dog nuts, pit tards, to volunteer to put themselves in these situations after story, and the resources that we have. Not even that, man. Like back in the 90s or early 2000s, we didn't have these resources, but I already knew without these resources that these dogs were dangerous. And if you can't see that and sense that, and you choose to put yourself in there as a grown adult, you deserve it. You deserve it. Like I don't know. Do you not deserve it? Well, you put yourself in the situation. All you're doing is feeding them. You can't feed these things. You can't ignore these things, and they're going to attack you. How about this? This thing was like 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago, Michigan animal lover reportedly killed trying to stop man beating dog. A reputed animal lover, dognutter, was reportedly beaten to death while trying to stop his neighbor from beating a dog on Christmas Eve, according to authorities. The people who knew the victim, who was riding his bike through the mobile home community, Detroit suburb Heights, when he noticed a fellow resident physically abusing a dog. Neighbors of the man told of local Fox affiliate. Caravan reportedly stopped, got off his bike, and stepped in to try to defend the worthless mutt, but the other man ended up striking Caravan with a pipe and killing him. And as I said at the beginning, it's not people. It's not. We shouldn't just generalize and say people abuse dogs. It is dog lovers and dog owners that are abusing dogs. But here we have in this situation a dog nut tried to play a hero, and he ended up zero. It's just a dog, dude. It's just a dog. It's just a dog. These dogs are ungrateful. They don't feel thanked. It's just a dog. If you see or hear someone abusing a dog, just assume that it's a very intense training, and just walk away. It is only a dog. It's better that to have happened than a dog to maul a child. It's better of that to happen than them to feed the dog and to give the dog strength so it can maul a child. If anything, this the suspect or this dog nut who killed this guy was doing us a favor, partially, doing us a partial favor. But this dog nut, just couldn't just sit down and mind his business. And do you think this dog cared? Do you think the dog felt thankful? No, the dog probably just licked himself and probably ate its shit again. How about this one? One free kill. Irresponsible Ohio dog owners must be held accountable for attacks. How about this? They're allowed to have these dangerous dogs in our community, and they're allowed to kill one person. They're allowed to kill one person. Like, one person is allowed to die before anything can be done about that particular dog. This is crazy. This is like what's it called? What's that movie called? Purge. It's kind of like Purge. Like in Purge, I haven't watched the movie, but for what I know is like they have like a grace period where they're allowed to, where there's like no laws, they're allowed to do anything within that time frame. This is kind of like that in a little bit way, where these dogs are allowed to kill one person. Free kill of one person before that dog gets taken away. This is a barbaric culture. Dog culture is barbaric. It doesn't make sense. It is dangerous. It is bloodthirsty. It is bloodthirsty. We do know that most serious cases leave victims permanently disfigured and traumatized. And it's, I think, again, like I've always said, like it's the traumatized, it's the emotion, the spiritual scars that hurt the most. They hurt the most. Scars, depending on the scars, that the pen can heal. But the trauma, the emotions, losing a family member, a friend, hurts a lot. And it's what these dogs and dog owners and these dog government is allowing to happen. They're allowing dogs to kill your family member. They're allowing these dogs to kill one of your family members. They are allowing these dogs to kill one of your family members before something is done about that particular dog. Then that dog gets put to sleep. Then they have to wait till the next one kills again. This is scary, man. Dog culture is scary. In India, Tamil Nadu government urged to find ways for dog population control. They're claiming that farmers have lost a significant number of sheep in attacks that have their financial stability at risk. Sought the state government to provide immediate compensation to be affected farmers to mitigate their losses. As for the call for action against dog attacks is growing louder, the political party leaders in the western region have in turn joined the issue with farmers seeking measures to control the dog population, provide compensation, and safeguard cattle from fury of dogs. Farmers are distressed as their sheep have been fatally attacked by stray dogs, causing severe economic hardship. They depend entirely on livestock for their livelihood. So, dogs are problematic. They people are trying to survive. And again, I have my issues with farming and etc., but these people are just trying to survive, trying to make the ends meet. And these dogs terrorize people by killing their livestock. And then we just have to wait until this government does something, which most likely they won't. But even if they do say they're gonna do something, knowing dog culture, these problems will still continue. They're probably gonna have some bogus laws. These things are allowed to stay here, but you're not allowed to kill them. You're not allowed to touch them. They just let them roam, and it's the same cycle where we're not resolving the issue. Here's another issue about these dogs killing livestock. Yeah, it's sad. And I don't eat meat, but I know what farming's all about. But at the same time, it's like these dogs are they're diabolical, man. They just keep annoying people, hurting people. Man, these dogs don't like life. These dogs can't even take care of themselves. Dogs cannot take care of themselves. Dog attacks in Appleby at highest in this decade in 2024. Says Freedom of Information request has revealed that up until November 30, 2024, there were 7 reported dog attacks in Appleby from 6 in 2023 and just 1 in the pandemic affected 2020. In 2024, there were 6 reported attacks on people by dogs and 1 reported attack on, I don't know what they're seeing. I don't know why it's like that. It says on people. I guess it's like on people that were with another dog, or they're walking a dog. The 6 reported attacks on people were the highest this decade in Appleby but 2023. I don't know what they're saying. I guess they're saying it's probably saw like an increase of attacks on people with dogs when there were 3. Under the Dangerous Dog Acts, it is illegal to own certain types of dog in the UK. These are Pit Bull Terrier type, XL, Bully type, Japanese, Toso type, etc., etc. Yep, dog attacks everywhere. Dog attacks everywhere are increasing, and I think because again, I hate all dogs, but I think because these bully breeds have become more accessible in various countries, I think that's why more attacks are more prevalent. When you get rid of these pit bulls or bully breeds, there's still gonna be dog attacks. There's still gonna be dog annoyance. But when you add pit bulls and when you take away them, there's a lot less. But when you add these bully breeds and pit bulls into the mix, into these countries, provinces, cities, towns, there is going to be problem. There's going to be bloodshed. Someone is going to die. It's just a matter of when. It's not going to happen immediately. Not like you're just going to bring a pit bull into the town and it's immediately going to run and go after people and kill them. No, it's when. That thing could be walking and be good, could be see people every day and nothing's going to happen. And all it takes is, that day, that moment, that night, that morning, where it just goes on an attacking spree, attacking people, killing someone, attacking their owner. It's just when. So yeah, like the more pit bulls, bully breeds there are, then there's going to be more attacks. But again, I still hate all dogs. Police Scotland launched appeal after Erskine dog attack. Police Scotland said the incident occurred in Inverbervie, Ursvin at around 10:25 p.m. on Sunday. They said a 28-year-old was bitten during the incident and was rushed to hospital. Detective Sergeant Kenny Target said inquiries are going on and we are appealing to anyone who have witnessed this to contact us. So that's all they say. 28 was bitten and rushed to the hospital. He's probably got mauled, but they want to protect dogs, and that's all they got to say. That's in Scotland. So, anyways, that's all the attack news that I want to share today. Thank you for joining me.
It's okay to hate dogs productions. See you later. Doggy hater.